Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is streaming from Facebook, but it's going to be uploaded to YouTube today. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely let me know that you caught this on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, definitely be sure to let me know in the comments below that you caught the replay. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef and I am the Psychic Soul Alignment Coach, and what I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs to help them to do very deep levels of healing that will allow for them to really more powerfully embody more of who they truly are, so more of their souls or higher selves, and as a result they're able to then create a higher level of success in life and in business. So let me just double check to make sure that cool. I wanted to check if my audio was working just fine, because the other day I had a bit of a situation. So I hope that you were able to catch the weekly energy reading that I did earlier in the week. If not, I will include the card up here somewhere. I never point in the right place, but up here somewhere there will be a card for you to check out my weekly energy reading, as well as my September energy reading. So I do the monthly energy readings every month here on my YouTube channel, only on YouTube, and then the weekly energy readings I do on Facebook on Mondays, but then I upload them on Tuesdays to YouTube. So if you want to check those out, if you enjoy them, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button and change your settings to all so that you never miss out on any one of my videos. Awesome. So if you're a returning viewer or person that follows me, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm really excited to be speaking today on this topic. So normally I do my best to upload videos on Thursdays on YouTube in regards to spirituality and spiritual awakening. But today, when I tuned into my guides and I asked what I needed to bring forward today, they told me to come and speak on this topic here in my Facebook community. So all the links to my social media will be in the description of this video on YouTube. You'll find me on Instagram and on Facebook. But they told me to come and speak on this in my Facebook community and to upload it to YouTube today. So there's a reason for that. I just got to trust in the process. But today's topic is how not fulfilling your soul's purpose holds you back. So there are 3 key things that they wanted me to bring forward today. I know this was a long intro, but I appreciate you. My videos are usually pretty long, so you're always welcome to change the settings to increase the video playback speed in case that's something that you prefer, because I know that's what I do. I watch everything on 2 times faster than what it normally is. So what they wanted me to bring forward first and foremost in regards to this is that when you're not stepping into your soul's purpose, meaning that you're not here doing at this time that thing that your soul uniquely came to bring forward. So I have a playlist on my channel now all around soul's purpose. I will add the playlist up here somewhere for you to check out. There's a few videos in regards to soul's purpose and explaining what soul's purpose is and all that jazz. But essentially your soul's purpose is the thing that you are here to do that will change the world in some kind of way. And when you're not stepping into your soul's purpose and starting to fulfill that, how that holds you back is that your soul's purpose is here to help you to achieve a certain level of growth, of healing, of expansion. That is the purpose of your soul's purpose. So when you are not stepping into your soul's purpose and you're not fulfilling it, you're holding yourself back from being able to achieve the level of growth, healing, and expansion that you're intended to have in this lifetime. This is stuff that I cover super in depth in my Soul Aligned Impact coaching program. It's a, nearly 3-month-long program where we go deep into what it means to be a soul-aligned entrepreneur and to really serve from soul instead of ego, and in working in the highest good for our people. But when you're not stepping into your soul's purpose, so you're not achieving this level of growth and healing and expansion, then what happens is that you're not able to develop yourself in the way in which you need to be developed to do the great work that you're here to do, and to receive more and do more and all that jazz. Because what happens is that your soul's purpose is meant to bring up certain levels of healing that you need to do. So when you do that healing, okay, you release energy that was dense and that you needed to let go of. You raise your vibration, you become stronger energetically, you grow, you expand, and so you have a stronger container around you. And this stronger container, this grid around you, is then able to support more of the amazing things that you wish to create more of in your life, that you wish to experience more of in your life. But when you are not embarking on the path of stepping into your soul's purpose, so you're not doing this deeper level of healing work, this deeper level of growth and expansion, then you're not allowing your container to be developed in the way in which it needs to support all of these things. And I talk more about like energy and the importance of, you know, understanding how business is changing moving forward because the world is becoming more energetic in a recent video teaching that I did on the importance of creating a strong energetic foundation for long-term business success. So I will link that up here in the card somewhere afterwards. You can check that out when you're done watching this video. But what my guys wanted me to talk about today is that, yes, because the world is becoming more like energetic in a sense, like we're starting to tap into energy more. We're starting to see things from this space of energy first and foremost, as opposed to what we've traditionally seen when it comes to the physical and stuff. So because everything is energy and we're becoming more sensitive to energy, especially, this is what they mentioned, is that we're becoming more sensitive to energy. So for us to really be able to sustain the energetic weight of the things that we desire to do in life, the things that we desire to have in life, and to maintain that long-term more effortlessly with, you know, very little trouble doing that, we need to do certain levels of healing and growth and expansion that will allow for us to develop into the versions of ourselves that we need to be able to create that energetic foundation to support all of that. And what supports us in being able to create that foundation is going through the deep levels of healing, growth, and expansion that only our soul's purpose will allow for us to do, will allow for us to achieve. Okay? So this is really important here. If my eyes are going everywhere, it's because this is what I do when I'm channeling. So my eyes are everywhere, but I'm looking at you in my mind's eye. But this is what it is that your soul's purpose, okay, is meant to bring up a certain journey for you, a certain path, certain healing, certain lessons, certain growth, certain things to develop you in this way, to become this strong being of your version of yourself, to develop this strong energetic container, which is then this container, this more expanded container, this stronger container of you is able to then receive more of what you want, to do things in a bigger way, to, just hold more space for things. But when you haven't done this healing, this growth, this expansion, because you're not stepping into your soul's purpose, you're like off doing other things that are not really your soul's purpose. So you're not really healing and growing and expanding the way that you need to. Then your container, it can't become strong in the way in which it needs to be to receive these things and grow these things. So that's how you hold yourself back. Okay. Does that make sense? Let me know if it makes sense. But that's what they said. And also with the stuff around energy is that, yes, especially spiritual entrepreneurs, okay, we're much more sensitive to energy. And so we need to be very strong in ourselves energetically to support everything that we are intended to create, that we desire to receive as we move forward. And what happens is that as we move forward in time and space, there are certain things that will impact and influence energy in the world, which in turn impacts and influences us. And if we're not strong in ourselves, then that energy will knock us down on our butts, and our foundation, or like our energetic grid or foundation, whatever, this thing will just kind of like collapse momentarily and not support these things. Okay. It's not like it will completely collapse, but like it's not going to be strong enough to support the things, right? So how do I put this? As energetic things are happening in the cosmos and it's affecting everyone and bringing things up for people, right? It's going to knock you on your butt and keep you down potentially for longer than it needs to, and in turn not allow you to continue to receive more and to be more and to do more, etc. Because you weren't strong in yourself enough to handle all of that and to keep it moving and keep being strong and keep growing, evolving, receiving, doing. right? Whereas when you step into your soul's purpose and you're gradually, healing and growing and learning and doing whatever it is that your soul's purpose is bringing you to do or to move through, when you do that with your soul's purpose, you start becoming so strong in yourself and energetically that even when this astrological cosmic stuff is happening and it's impacting you, it's not going to impact you to the point where you basically disappear and lose all momentum of what you built, and you just get knocked on your butt for a really long time. Like, it's not going to do that to you because you're so strong in who you are, and you have a stronger grid, a stronger container, stronger foundation, that you can move yourself through all of that with so much more ease and grace, and you're able to keep it moving, right? Hope that made sense. I was like everywhere. But a great example that I have of this that I mentioned, I think, in my last video as well, is just like the fact that, in August, my uncle passed, or my uncle transitioned. It was very difficult. And I was going through lots of emotions all month long, and still, needing to show up and do things for my business, to, talk to clients, to support clients, to run my programs, to create content, to write emails, to do videos. Like, there's just so many things. And if it had been the old me that wasn't super strong inside of herself, then the old me would have been like, this is too much to handle. I can't do this anymore. It's so hard, whatever. And then I wouldn't have allowed myself to continue to move forward. But because I've been stepping into my soul's purpose, I've been moving myself through this healing, this growth, this expansion, all this other stuff, I'm so much stronger inside of myself. So yes, I'm still experiencing the emotions or the things, but I'm still keeping it moving, and I'm still able to continue to succeed and to continue to allow myself to receive more things and to be more and to, do more, have more, all this other stuff, to keep going, right? And so I'm strong energetically, I'm strong inside of myself to be able to handle it and to keep it moving. Whereas most people who aren't strong inside of themselves, because maybe they haven't been stepping to their soul's purpose, so they haven't gone down the journey of what their soul's purpose would carry them down to do certain levels of healing and stuff like that, they might have a harder time, and they might struggle a bit or a lot more, right? Hope that made sense. Hey, Mark. Good question. How do I find out what my soul's purpose is? That is a really great question. It is a journey of really going within yourself and really connecting to yourself on such a deep level. It's not just, let me get clarity on, what I'm good at and what I can help people with and how to support them. Really connecting to your soul's purpose is a process for you to really explore yourself in a really deep way, and to really connect to, why your journey has unfolded the way it has, who you are, why your work matters, what makes you really unique and special, what really what is it about you and your own gifts and knowledge and wisdom and things that will change the world. It's really just a process of you going deep within yourself and connecting with yourself on such a deep level, and your own story, your own pain, maybe your own lessons, your own healing, all of these different things inside of yourself, for you to have such a deep level of clarity and knowing that of the fact that you're here for this reason, this is who you are, this is what you came here to be, or who you came here to be and what you came here to do. And you can really stand strong in that and confidently and own it so much more powerfully, and allow yourself to start taking action steps in the direction of fulfilling that and bringing that forward to the world. So it's a journey, it's a process. I have a course on this for anyone interested. It's called Discover Your Soul's Purpose. It's a 5-module course where I take you, especially in the first 3 modules, it's a lot of deep inner exploration, inner self-reflection, to really help make sense and bring all these pieces in. And the other stuff is about clearing limiting beliefs and fears and stuff, because that's the thing, is that your soul's purpose is this thing that's meant to change the world, right? It's meant to change the world. Like, it's not just this thing that you're supposed to help people with. Like, oh, I'm supposed to help people love themselves more. I'm supposed to help people find clarity around their purpose. Nothing wrong with that to anyone who does these things. But I'm not putting your work down by any means. But it's this thing that's literally meant to change the world. It's meant to have a bigger impact than you can even imagine right now. So when it comes to doing that, a lot of times people have a lot of resistance with that, because it feels like a big responsibility. It feels like they don't know how to do this. It's like, how do I change the world? Like, what? I'm one person, or how am I supposed to do that? So there's a certain level of inner work that you need to get started on to allow yourself to clear that and really own who you are and what you're here to do to help people. So that is the course that I have. It's a 5-module course. I do 1 live Q&A, and as of this time, who knows when you're watching this in the future, I don't know how it'll be in the future, maybe just a self-study course. And I also am offering for this round of Discover Your Soul's Purpose, a 45-minute psychic business and planning strategy session. So for anyone interested in that, that's what I'm offering at this time. You're more than welcome to reach out and ask for more info. But the psychic planning and strategy sessions, they're just a blueprint basically to help you, once you have this clarity of what you're here to do, like who you are. You have to know who you are. I talk about this all the time in my posts on Instagram. Like, you have to know who you are. It's the basis for everything. It's how you create the foundation for anything you want to create in your life. Relationships, career, business, health, whatever. Like, you have to know who you are. So once you know who you are deeply, that will allow for you to more powerfully connect to what you're here to do and how you're here to truly impact the world, and how to bring your gifts and knowledge and wisdom and abilities together in such a way that accomplishes that, and understanding the deep significance of the power and impact of your work. So that's what Discover Your Soul's Purpose does. And for you to really start more powerfully owning that and moving forward in the world in that way. And the Psychic Business Planning Strategy session just basically helps you to know like what your next steps are for the next like 4 weeks at least to start stepping into that. So thank you for asking. I hope that helps you in some kind of way, but you really have to go within and really, really explore yourself to connect with your soul's purpose. It's deeper, it's more profound than just uncovering your purpose. No offense to that. I have a video on my YouTube channel, I'll upload it here somewhere, where I explain the difference between purpose versus soul's purpose to really clearly explain that. But it's deeper than that. It's a deeper emotional, spiritual connection than your purpose. Your purpose is just the thing that you're here to help people with and to make a difference with. But your soul's purpose is just this deeper connection to the divine. I think I'm going to explain that some more because that's what they wanted me to explain in the next point for this video. So it's like the difference between having an acquaintance and a best friend, if that makes sense. You know, like an acquaintance, like, oh, hey, hi, you know, good to see you. You can have a good time together, all good and well. Like, that's your purpose. But your best friend, that's like your ride or die. That's like, oh my God, like, I love this person. Like, there's a strong connection there. Like, this person is the best. That's kind of like what your soul's purpose feels like. It's like that deeper, more profound connection there. And yeah, you know, I hope that made sense. But we all have purposes here in the world, Mark. Hey, Sishni. We're all here to help people in some kind of way. And the people that oftentimes feel, you know, the darkness the more than others, the people that feel the deep darkness and heaviness and stuff, those people are usually the ones that are here to have the biggest impacts in the world. So you just gotta, you know, keep going on your journey and doing your best to move forward. But awesome. I'm glad to see that you have friends that support you when you have issues with your car troubles, Mark. And release the people who only have you there when it's convenient for them. Release those people. So people pleaser. Yes, exactly. You have to love yourself first. Oh, hey, Bobby. Yes, you're so welcome. Okay, cool. So the next reason that I was asked to bring forward in regards to how not fulfilling your soul's purpose holds you back is that, I really recommend, I have to really emphasize this. There is a playlist on my YouTube channel. I will link it up here somewhere afterwards when this video is uploaded to YouTube on soul's purpose. But there's also a recent video I did, I can't remember the exact title, but it talks about this similar kind of topic that I'm talking about today. Because when I got this topic, I was like, guys, like, I already did a video on this topic. Like, what do you want me to bring forward that's new, that's different? Because I don't want to repeat myself. And they were like, just trust that you're going to bring forward a different perspective, more information, whatever, more understanding. So there is this video there on YouTube that I really recommend that you check out on that playlist. I can't remember the title, but I talk about how when you don't step into your soul's purpose, you don't allow yourself to achieve the level of soul growth that you're meant to achieve in this lifetime, and why that matters. So I really recommend that you check that out. especially if you're watching on Facebook and you're listening to me right now. There's a video that's connected to that message. But anyway, go check that out. So the next reason that I got for how not fulfilling your soul's purpose holds you back is it holds you back financially, okay? In a really, really big way, okay? Now, the reason for this is that the way that you're going to really be able to access your highest level of abundance, okay, is by being your true self, by being the highest version of yourself, by really embodying your true soul's essence, okay? This is how you're going to access the highest level of abundance that you can in this lifetime again and again, is by literally being your soul, who you really are. Okay. Now what happens is that when you're not fulfilling your soul's purpose, okay, because your soul's purpose is directly connected to your soul. It's your unique soul's expression. It's your unique soul's truth. It's what your soul came here to do, to share with the world, to be. And when you're not fulfilling your soul's purpose, then you're not being this version of you. You're not bringing your essence forward, your magic, your brilliance, you know, your love, your beauty. You're not bringing that forward. So because you're not bringing it forward, then you're going to not be able to reach the highest levels of abundance that you have the potential to, okay? And the reason for that is that a lot of people quite oftentimes unintentionally hide behind other people's teachings, other people's modalities, other people's truths, and they're not really allowing their true selves to come forward. An example that they wanted me to share with everyone in regards to this is that they wanted me to talk about Stargirl. There's this astrologer on YouTube that I follow, and her name is Stargirl, the Practical Witch. I love her so much. I'm going to see if I can manifest her being my friend. But I love her so much, and Stargirl recently did a video where she basically flat out said, like, I'm going to start talking about sidereal astrology. It's like some different type of astrology. And that's her truth. Like, that is what she's like super connected with, what she really wants to bring forward. And she wants to bring forward like different teachings and things that she's never done before. So she's starting to bring those things forward and really kind of diverging a bit from what she traditionally brought forward in the past, right? And because she's kind of letting go of more of that standard type of like reading or standard type of like astrology type stuff, what's like mainstream, there you go. That's what it is. It's like when you are not fulfilling your soul's purpose, you're basically bringing forward your knowledge, your wisdom, your gifts in a way that's very mainstream, that's very acceptable, that's very like relatable for everyone. Which is, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It serves a purpose to a certain extent. It's part of your journey sometimes to a certain extent. But your soul's purpose is when you shift from being so mainstream to just being like uniquely you. And you're just like, I don't care if the mainstream doesn't, you know, accept it or get it or whatever. Like, this is my truth. This is who I really am. This is how I'm going to show up. This is how it's going to be done. And you really just bring that forward in your own unique magical way. And so because you're being the highest version of yourself, you're speaking your truth, you're sharing your gifts, your abilities, your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience, whatever, and you're really just being the highest version of yourself, you're then able to attract or receive the highest levels of abundance that you have the potential to. So when you do that, that's how you're able to access all this abundance and wisdom, all this abundance. Now, however, going back to Stargirl, you know, she was doing more of the like mainstream type stuff, you know, doing the card readings and stuff like that. And she was gradually venturing out more into psychic predictions and practicing her psychic abilities in her readings and coming out more in that way. So she's been like gradually stepping into her soul's purpose. But now recently she just flat out and was like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about sidereal astrology. This is my truth. This is what I believe in. This is what I feel is necessary and important. And she's like uniquely sharing that. She's really tapping into her passion and her excitement behind that and bringing that forward and sharing this unique knowledge and wisdom in her own way. So she's going from being mainstream to like really embodying more of her soul's purpose at this time, right? And it's the same kind of thing that they also wanted me to share earlier with myself. They said to me, they were like, Stephanie, you're stepping into your soul's purpose because there are other spiritual teachers out there that are waking up people in a certain way. Everyone is wanting to expose certain things, certain truths, whatever it is about reality. That's all good and well. That serves a purpose. But I'm waking people up to the truth in a different way. My soul's purpose right now, my truth is really bringing forward love and unity and wanting to support people with this path. So I've been opening people's eyes or awakening people in my own way by bringing forward messages of love and helping people to just see a different perspective from what other people are sharing, collectively. Like the mainstream spiritual teachers out there are awakening people in a certain way. And I'm over here doing my own thing, just, sharing something that might not be outwardly popular, that might not be so widely accepted right now or whatever it is, but it's my truth. And that's me stepping into my soul's purpose and, doing my thing. So when you really bring forward your true soul's essence, your true energy signature, you're really allowing the energy of who you truly are to flow effortlessly through you. You're then able to powerfully move forward financially because you're not continuing to do things in a way that's mainstream, that's acceptable. You're not continuing to hide behind other people's teachings or modalities or truths or whatever. Like, it doesn't mean that it's wrong necessarily to have been influenced by other people or have learned from other people or whatever. But when you are living your soul's purpose, you're bringing it forward in a way that's unique to you, in a way that no one else could replicate, in a way that, it's just truly deeply in alignment with your soul, with who you really are. And it makes it magical. So that is what allows for you to powerfully move forward financially when you're stepping into your soul's purpose. So let me give you an example of this, actually. The other day I was talking to a psychic friend, and we were talking about like healing and reprogramming our minds and all this other jazz. So my psychic friend was mentioning how, they know of a person who does this very like typical mainstream type of healing modality to reprogram beliefs or like release beliefs, the energy of beliefs, whatever it is, right? It has, it's a technique that a lot of people use. I don't want to mention the names because then I don't want people to think that there's anything wrong with this technique or anything, okay? But anyway, we were talking about that, and then my friend was like, I wish I could do that healing modality like that person. And then my friend's guides were like, you don't need to do it that way. Like, you can just do it this way, and it's easier and it's faster, right? And it's all with energy work. And so that's the thing, is that, there's nothing wrong with healing modalities or teachings or whatever that we get from other people. But when we just parrot it out and we just repeat it out, we're not adding like our own flavor to it, our own uniqueness to it. We're not like tweaking it and modifying it in a way that's like unique to our souls. Then we're not really fulfilling our soul's purpose. We're not really being our highest essence, right? Or bringing our essence forward. When we like modify those things, so there's nothing wrong with those modalities or teachings or whatever out there, and we bring it forward in a way that's like super aligned with us, we're fulfilling our soul's purpose, and we're able to then access our highest level of abundance. So this healing modality, my friend began tweaking it and doing it in her own way, and is now reprogramming her beliefs in a different way, with the inspiration from this healing modality, right? And that's the same kind of thing. Like, I do these things all the time because I was reflecting as they were telling me this, because I was like, well, there's a lot of things that I've learned from people, and like, what's going on here? And they were like, yeah, but you're bringing it forward differently because of your own lived experiences and your insights and, your own downloads and all this other stuff. And you're just bringing it, you're not parroting it out. You're not saying, what someone else did or doing it in exactly the way someone else did before you. You're bringing forward all of you to it and letting the world see that. Right? I hope that made sense. But that's what it is like, you're unique and you're here to bring forward your true uniqueness, your true amazingness, your magnificence, and to allow that to be seen and heard by everyone, by the world. And when you do this, then you're able to access these higher levels of amazing abundance. Okay? The next thing is that, and the last thing, and this is super, super important, okay? What they wanted me to mention is how not fulfilling your soul's purpose holds you back in life is it all has to do with timelines being delayed, okay? When you're not fulfilling your soul's purpose, then certain timelines that you are intended to experience in this lifetime get delayed. And that backs things up, okay? So a great example that they gave me of this to best explain this is they said, okay, let's say that if you stepped into your soul's purpose, then by stepping into your soul's purpose, achieving that level of healing, of growth, of expansion that you needed through your soul's purpose, and then achieving the level of success and abundance that you would receive by being the highest version of you and bringing forward your true essence and creating your dream life. Let's say if you did all of this in the way in which you were intended and you moved steadily along your timelines, then by the time you were potentially 35, you would meet your soulmate in life and then move forward and, maybe potentially have a family and continue to go on your timelines. However, if you don't step into your soul's purpose and you instead go chase other routes, other modalities, other things, and you digress from that and you take a while, and let's say by the time you're 35, you finally give in, you finally recognize okay, I'm finally ready to step into my soul's purpose now and do that thing that I'm here to do to change the world instead of resisting it. And let's say at 35, okay, you finally decide you're going to do this. Well, the original timeline was that at 35, you would have already moved along your path and would have been ready to start meeting your soulmate by then. But because you digressed and you went all over the place everywhere else, you still learned, you still healed, you still grew, you did all these other things, but you didn't have the unique healing experiences, insights, growth, expansion that your soul's purpose would have provided you with. Okay, you would have grown and healed and expanded in other ways, but not in the ways in which your soul's purpose was intended to do for you. So because of that, when you finally get ready at 35 to step into your soul's purpose, guess what? You still need to go through all of that stuff for yourself. And you still need to go through that whole process and journey in order to be able to fulfill your soul's purpose, because you have to have walked a certain path or journey to fulfill your soul's purpose. It's just the way it is. So you can't just decide at 35, okay, I'm ready to step into my soul's purpose now, let me start doing this thing. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. It's oh, okay, you're finally ready? Cool. Let's start bringing in all the things that will help you to grow and heal and expand and move you along the path of stepping into your soul's purpose. So when you go through that and you're finally done with all of this healing, growing, expansion, let's say by the time that happens and you're at the place in life where you're ready to meet your soulmate, let's say by then you're finally 41 or 42 or something like that, right? By the time you're finally ready to meet your soulmate, and because your life has finally gotten together, you're, having success, you're living your dream life, whatever. But now you're meeting your soulmate much later in life. And so meeting your soulmate at 41 or 42 is going to be different from meeting your soulmate at 35. So at 35, the original timeline was you were going to have these children and all this other stuff. But let's say at 41 and 42, maybe that timeline of having children is maybe not a strong possibility anymore. And you might still play out having the children, but maybe now it's going to be adopting the children because of, maybe health related things, with age and childbearing and all that stuff. Maybe now you're not going to actually get to have the kids yourself, but you're going to adopt. Or maybe now you're at a place in which, you became a match for a different version of reality. So you're still going to meet a soulmate, but maybe the children aspect of it is not relevant or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, the point is that it affects your timelines and how things are intended to play out for you here. So it's not something that they want people to be afraid of, okay? Because they were we don't want people to be afraid of not being able to reach certain timelines. It's just that it delays things and it puts things off longer than they need to be. So, and then things can just end up looking a little bit differently later on down the road. So that's what they wanted me to say is when you're not fulfilling your soul's purpose, it can affect certain timelines that are important for you and just postpone them significantly. and have things work out differently, right? So that's how they can, in quotes, like hold you back in some kind of way, right? So you might be sitting there thinking, oh yeah, what they also wanted me to say is that, let's imagine that you hold off from fulfilling your soul's purpose, and at 35, you finally decide, I'm going to fulfill my soul's purpose. I'm going to start moving forward. I'm going to do these things. So you start doing it. But let's say along the way, as you're getting older, like maybe you're 38 and you're like, oh man, I want that soulmate already. I'm at a stage in my life where I want that soulmate, but you can't allow your soulmate in. Your soulmate won't be allowed to come into your life yet because you still have certain healing, growth experiences, things you have to go through for that soulmate to be able to come in. And if the soulmate were to come in, they would potentially serve as a distraction or as something that just like affects your journey and keeps you from moving along on your soul's purpose. And so because your soul's purpose is really important, like that soulmate will probably not be allowed to come in until it's time for them to come in, right? So that's what they wanted me to say, is that certain things will not be able to enter your life before a certain time as you're going on this path of your soul's purpose. Did that make sense? Hope that all made sense. So yeah, you might want things, but maybe what you want, I know I've definitely learned that again and again with the universe, is like what you want is not always what you need. You may want the soulmate to come in when you're like stepping into your purpose, but that's probably not what you need. The universe knows what's best for you. You got to definitely know what you want and be clear on that and just put that message out there to the universe, and the universe will bring that to you when it's truly for your highest good. So you might be, at that stage where you're like 38, you've been working on stepping into your soul's purpose for a few years, and you're feeling like, I'm ready to call in that soulmate, but maybe that you're not really truly ready to call in that soulmate, to receive that soulmate, and you still have certain things you have to go through that will support you fulfilling your soul's purpose before that soulmate can actually come in. So that soulmate won't be allowed to come in until it's time, until you've gone through certain experiences and things like that, because we don't want them to distract you. And there was other words that they wanted me to use earlier, I can't remember, but yeah, just like distract you or take you off your path in some kind of way, that kind of jazz. So I hope that all made sense. A great example of this is like, I know I'm supposed to have been in the US by now, but I am clearly a person who loves delaying timelines. So we're working on that. But it is what it is, the faster you step into your soul's purpose, the faster that you actually get to like do your best to keep up with those timelines that you're intended to be on. And you get to move forward. Awesome. So I really hope that this has helped you and has supported you in some kind of way in understanding the importance of stepping into your soul's purpose. Again, remember, your soul's purpose is meant to provide you with certain levels of growth, healing, and expansion that only your soul's purpose can provide you with. And the faster that you step into your soul's purpose, the faster you will be able to receive that growth, healing, and expansion that is required for you to be this powerful version of you that is able to create the life that you want, receive what you want, be who you want to be. It's as the faster you step into your soul's purpose, the more you're able to powerfully move forward financially, because you're being the highest expression of yourself. You're really just embodying your true soul's essence, and you're able to access all of that infinite abundance that is really you, because you're just being your true unapologetic self and really just gifting the world your true presence, your true amazingness, your divinity. And so that's how you're able to access the infinite financial abundance that is available to you when you are doing what other people are, when you're parroting what other people have taught you, or you're doing what is like mainstream or acceptable. You're like dimming your light, your essence in a kind of way. You're not really just being the true you, then you're not able to really receive those levels of abundance that you desire. And then the last one is timelines. Timelines are so important. If you hold yourself back from stepping into your soul's purpose, then certain things will be delayed. It doesn't mean you won't be able to achieve them. It just means that they'll take a lot longer, because it's kind of like, ooh, my light, dang it. Sorry, my ring light turned off. But it's kind of like when you're on the highway or the motorway, whatever you call it in your country, wherever you're at in the world. And, when you miss taking an exit to get at a certain place, you know? It's like you're on the highway, and the highway of life is trying to take you down the path of your soul's purpose. And along the way, sometimes you have to take an exit to go in the direction of your soul's purpose. And that way it takes you to this place. But let's say you miss that exit because you're resisting your soul's purpose and you keep moving forward. And now you have to take an exit that's like way further down the road, and you're going to have to swing back around to get back to this place originally, right? So you're still going to get there eventually. It just might look a little bit different. It just might, take a lot longer, whatever it is, because you still have to go through the whole process again to step into that purpose, right? But it is what it is. So if this is something that you're really interested in and you want to learn more about, I definitely suggest that you go check out my playlist on my YouTube channel. I will upload this to YouTube later today. Their playlist will be there, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Stef and Tarot Coaching, and look for the playlist that's titled something like Aligning with Your Soul's Purpose, and watch all those videos on that. And if you want to be supported with understanding what your soul's purpose is and really connecting with it so super deeply so that you're really confident, like this is who you are, like who you came to be, what you came here to do, how you're here to help people, like really being so certain of it, so certain of the big things that you're here to do so that you can more confidently move forward with your path and trust in it and start stepping into it powerfully. Like if you want this support and you want to be able to achieve this so you can make massive headway with stepping into your soul's purpose, then I really invite you to come and join me in my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course. As I said, it's a 5-module course, and it's very, very powerful, and really just the essential basic foundational work that needs to be done to align with your soul's purpose. Like I do energy work in everything that I do. And part of how that course is set up is to help you to get energetically aligned with being able to successfully fulfill your soul's purpose. So that is why the course is the way it is. It's helping you to have such a deep understanding of yourself, of your purpose, your path, why it all makes sense for you to do this, for you to be confident in that, to move forward, and like what's holding you back from being able to do that so you can clear that and start powerfully moving yourself forward. So again, it's 5 teachings, 5 PDFs, 1 Q&A, and currently I'm offering a 45-minute psychic business planning and strategy session to give you your next steps so that you know how to move forward specifically with all of this. So if that interests you, I will drop the link to more info on the course in the comments below if you're on Facebook, and if you are on YouTube, it will be in the comments as well. Hold on, I had to move my phone. Also, let me look through the comments. Hey, Miriam. Awesome. I'm so glad that this was confirmation for you. Awesome, Mark. Keep working on your self-love. You will get there. You just got to keep being persistent and keep cultivating greater levels of self-love. Hey, Priya. All right, I think that is it for today. So thank you so much for your time. I really hope that this has been of value to you. If you have enjoyed this, if it has been helpful to you in any kind of way, please give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet already, to make sure that you catch any video teachings that I do there. And if you have questions about any of my courses or how to work with me, just reach out to me by reaching me on social media. The links to my social media are in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And that's also how you can come and join my Facebook community, where I'm actually doing this video from today, which I haven't been doing lately, but there's a reason. And so that's how you can come and request to join me in my Facebook community. I would really love to have you there. So that's basically it. I really hope that this has been of great service to you. I appreciate you all so, so much. Thank you so much for your time. And I will see you in the next video teaching. Take care. Bye.